Hello. Oh, just in time. Just in time. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing?
Everybody's great.
We've got everybody here. All right. Does everybody want to introduce themselves? We've got with a lovely headband and some curly hair, some beautiful gloves. Would you like to introduce yourself? We can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello, everybody. I am going as one for press, but oh god, my headphones disconnected.
We're off to a beautiful start.
Oh god, my headphones.
We're off to a great start. Yeah.
Panic.
What the fuck just happened?
There you go.
I barely made it. We can't hear Nikki.
Go past. Do another person.
All right. That was runs for pressed, everyone. We got Golden in the bottom right. Golden, how you doing?
I can't hear you.
Oh dear. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
No, we can hear you. Once repressed can't because she's having some audio issues.
All right, so this is Golden Unicorn from Twitter with Golden Unicorn with the Q. And nice to meet you, everyone. Let's do this.
And below me here, who we got?
The one and only.
We got Sweetie then. I'm here. You know me from Twitter, a little bit on YouTube. Not much going on. Happy to be here though. Thanks, Chess, for doing this.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. We've got 3 lovely ladies and me. And we're gonna have a good time. We have a lot to talk about. Essentially the cuppa. We're essentially gonna have a discussion explaining sort of our interactions and sort of the garbage that we deal with on Twitter and on YouTube, and just kind of being kind of in the public presence, but also within social media. So one of the main things we're going to focus on a little bit is something that happens to us quite a bit is white knighting, and essentially it's white knighting but with malicious intent instead of white knighting for the definition that you guys saw on the thumbnail is essentially, hey, we're these people want to look out for women because it makes them feel good, sort of thing, when this woman doesn't necessarily need any of their assistance. This is people trying to fake white knighting so they can attack somebody else. So they're trying to protect us to have a go at somebody else. I think probably one of the best examples we have is we've got Golden Unicorn in the corner, who's got quite a show for us with all the screenshots she's been sending.
Okay. Is it okay if I share my screen? I'll do that. Let's see if it. Let's see. Here we go. Can you guys see it? I don't know if it's coming up correctly. Here we go. Okay. So I don't know if it's coming up. So this is one of the tweets where mine and Steve's interaction has been used as a weapon against Steve by representing me falsely. And so let's have a look.
I'm not seeing it coming up. Do you want me to present it for you?
Yes, please, if you can do that. You have the link, right?
Yeah, I've got it. I've already got it pulled up.
Awesome.
It's because Chess knows what she's doing.
It's a good thing somebody does.
I mean, clearly I don't.
Why is it showing this little thingy? None of us know what we're doing.
All right, let me give it a try.
I'm glad I thought to move.
It's okay. I can.
Okay.
So
I'll just give a little background. So
there it is.
Person,
there you go.
There we go. Here we go. Beautiful. So as you can see here, this account posted a brief interaction between me and Steve. And Sheshu, maybe we can bring in more context if you play the clip.
Oh, yeah, I will absolutely play the clip. I don't know if the sound will come through, but fingers crossed.
I love that picture.
Nah, the sound's not coming through, eh?
Oh, is that Unirock that I hear in the
off in the distance?
Ooh. Interesting.
So that was essentially, if you guys weren't able to hear it, that was Steve saying that, asking Manya for permission because he said she was pretty, and she was like, "Oh, thanks." And then Steve said, "Oh, well, do I have your permission to do that?" And she went, yeah." It's pretty clear from the body language and what's going on.
Oh, yeah, he said sit there. To clarify, he said something about sit there and look pretty, which is a running joke that we do with each other. The women say it to each other, like, you're just here to sit there and look pretty. It's a joke because it's not the case. It's an ironic thing that we do. And so people were taking that and trying to make it into a serious thing that he was saying.
Yeah,
which is just ridiculous.
Yeah, so what what this person actually said is, and by the way, you have one job and it's sit there and look pretty. By the way, I can get away with this banter, can't I? ? Sure, Steve, you can get away with it after making me feel awkward as fuck. And you wonder how, without any crystal balls, might have felt, how they might have felt uncomfortable. Well, clearly this person doesn't know anything about communication or body language, or I guess comedy for that matter.
It's funny. There are 2 points here. One, they're assuming for me, and two, they're assuming that a certain type of interaction might have taken place between KJ and Steve. So there are 2 assumptions they're making there without and the video is kind of the opposite. It's kind of proving them wrong. And I told them, listen, dude, bring it down. I wasn't uncomfortable. You're misrepresenting me. And the guy went on, no, I won't bring it down. They kept on harping on, like, it's for others to learn. I was like, so, okay, obviously you don't care about me.
Yeah.
Right? You don't care about me, so you just care about attacking Steve. And this Twitter thread is a great example of that. They don't care about the truth at all. They just care about attacking Steve and his relationship with other female,
I'm really sorry.
Yes.
I just been making Steve dance. These people can't take a joke, but this clip is amazing.
This is not helping.
No, it's really not. Sorry.
Are we gonna get in trouble?
Oh, this is getting derailed really fast.
Later?
I'm really sorry. I couldn't help it. Somebody put a video in front of me, and
he's sick. It's okay. He's weak and defenseless.
It's true. Yeah. We don't have to worry about getting in trouble from Steve. What's he gonna do? Grab that guy who can stop us? What was his name? Michael, who doesn't exist.
So, if you go down further,
look at Manya in the corner.
Oh, like, my eyes are like,
It's official. All of us are 12. Not just 17. We're 12 now.
Cheers to that. So if you go down, I'm clearly telling the guy, like, or this person, that I'm not uncomfortable. I wasn't uncomfortable. What the hell are you talking about? Bring it down. And they don't care. They just don't care. And I think so if we go down, in the end, they admit that it's all about Steve. It was not about me. So even they failed even at white knighting. So if you let me get the whole thing. If you click on the tweet and then you
Where'd you go? Are you coming?
Scroll down.
Where do you want me to scroll down to?
I thought you were coming behind you and I talked to Ryan, but
What's that?
We're hearing male voices. That's not acceptable in the stream.
Disgusting. None of the penis. The only penis that is allowed is Steve.
Not even. This is my channel, so no.
Nope.
I'm a grown-ass adult. I will decide how to be treated. This video has been taken out of context. It's a running joke amongst us for the exact reason above. I have got a master's degree in engineering. There is a reason I am among this group. Fuck off.
This person clearly goes in the end and says, I'll have to bring that up. Hold on. They're like, oh, I don't care about you. And he's like, it's all about Steve and bringing out Steve's behavior. I don't know what behavior he was trying to point out there. Like, he clearly asked permission from me that I can do this banter, right? And I say, yes, you can.
I like this person. Just because you're okay with someone treating you as disposable doesn't mean it's okay. What?
Wow.
What?
I think that's it's like
that's pretty much. Yeah.
I reported this tweet, by the way.
Yeah, I also reported it, but apparently Twitter is fine with it. Misrepresenting someone. I think so. I think it's against the terms of.
Oh, here it is. Joking is one thing, but sorry, sometimes Twitter's a little bit tricky to navigate through. Joking is one thing, but when a woman comes forward and talks about feeling uncomfortable, you don't call her a fucking liar and make fun of her looks because you chose to be inappropriate on a live stream. All women are different. Some don't mind, others do. I think they mean some.
But how do they know that? So they're just going by someone else's word, one. And we are making fun of what's amongst us, not about any third situation. Again, they take it out of context, all to attack a male person.
Yeah, if you look at this, it's this person's got a lot to unpack here. Joking is one thing. Well, you can't tell us what jokes are and are not appropriate for us to make about ourselves. But when a woman comes forward and talks about feeling uncomfortable, you don't call her a fucking liar and make fun of her looks because you chose to be inappropriate on live stream. What live stream? Because at this point, they're referring to Katie. At this point, this person is referring to. We're not making fun of Katie because something bad happened to her. We're making fun of Katie because she's constantly making fun of things and has been demonstrated to be lying. There was no live stream. This person is full of shit.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. They have heard it from someone else and they're just repeating it. That's it.
And they're using you to push this narrative because
exactly.
Here's the thing. If there was a live stream that this person is talking about where somebody did feel uncomfortable, how come they're showing a clip of you and not the clip of that live stream they're referring to?
Exactly. Because they don't have it. It didn't happen. So they have to misrepresent something else to forward their narrative.
Yeah, so right here you had said KJ can talk about boobs and penises, but Steve can't. Double standards, much, you hypocrite. You can be 100% good with it, but it's an example of creepy behavior for other females have experienced with Steve that were not. Females that won't come forward because of his relentless attacks, like with Katie. Wrong. For a couple of reasons. One, Katie did come forward to try and bullshit, and we know she was bullshitting. Oh, yeah. It's been demonstrated that she was bullshitting, and is still bullshitting to this very day. Two, you can be 100% good with it. Well, if she's 100% good with it, then you're misrepresenting the conversation. You're misrepresenting what happened to demonstrate something that's not there. His behavior isn't creepy if she says it's okay. It's not creepy. That's not how that works.
Yeah, he's got my permission. So, and it's directed towards me. It's not directed towards any other woman and not without permission. So it's me. Stop misrepresenting me and stop speaking for me. Simple as that. If it was towards any other female, which has not been demonstrated yet, and it was without permission, again, there's another layer to it. If he had permission from that other female also, then it was, again, not creepy. But if he didn't have permission, then it would have been creepy. It's not there. So stop trying to white knight for me, failing at it, and, and bringing, obfuscating another situation with mine.
We point out real quick that they're in their initial tweet, they didn't tag you.
Exactly. There was a reason for that. Of course they didn't tag me because they knew that I wasn't uncomfortable. Oh, yeah. They knew I would put them through shit. I would be like, dude, there's a reason for that. And they double down on it. They don't care about me. So yeah, it's like brings me I feel nauseated when I read that word.
Yeah, he's saying something about he's saying something about other females, but what other females? Yeah, name one.
see what they did there, They
said, that's when they'll go off.
Yeah. So you see what they did there. Creepy behavior the other females have experienced with Steve that we're not. I don't know what that we're not seeing. Okay, females that won't come forward because of his relentless attack like with Katie. So they're saying, oh, the reason I can't find anything against Steve is because he's attacking Katie and those other ladies are hiding.
Yeah,
that's a very appropriate narrative to make. Oh, those other ladies where are those other ladies? If someone might ask, oh, they're hiding because they're scared. Wow, what a convenient thing, isn't it?
Well, there's another thing to this. What they're talking about is they're saying you're comfortable, and they're talking about other females that were not comfortable. That's what they're referring to here. Just to be clear, you can't name any because they don't exist. You're saying, oh, well, hypothetically, tell you what, this account right here, whoever runs this, hypothetically, they're a pedophile. It's just because there's nobody that's going to come forward to talk about it. So I guess they.
Yeah. That's all the evidence you need.
Well, here's the thing too. We've openly given people opportunities multiple times, women, men, anyone. Show us what has happened. Talk to us about things if you want to talk about it. I don't think we've ever been unreasonable if people actually have something to present. Yeah. But nobody has come forward. Nobody has said anything, even to say this has happened, other than people like Katie. And Katie has spoken for other people that have not come forward and said that, yes, we spoke and yes, this happened. If anything, they've said the opposite and said that she was lying or just, talking out of her butt. So.
And Katie has also been.
I forgive my voice. I do have a cold, so.
Yeah. Katie has also demonstrated that she is not telling the truth about this. We know she's not telling the truth about this. So you're taking the word of someone.
Oh no, we know it's obvious.
Yeah, so you're taking the word that you're saying that Katie didn't come forward or didn't come. Other people aren't coming forward because Steve attacks Katie. No, we're saying people don't come forward because they don't fucking exist.
Exactly. So. No, see how conveniently they twist things. They're like, oh, there are other females, and you automatically ask, where are they? Can you please name one? Instead of naming them, obviously, and or saying, oh, this is where they have said, they say, oh, they're hiding.
Oh, they exist somewhere in the ether.
Yeah, and they're hiding. How convenient, isn't it? Like, disgusting.
There's right here. You make a really good point. You don't have permission to use my image.
And this also goes into how much they insult our.
Yes. Go ahead, sweet. Sorry, there's a lag.
Oh yes, there's a lag. I know. Just saying that it goes into how little they think of our own minds because they act like no matter what we hear, what evidence we see against like Steve or anybody else that we're aligned with or we're friends with, that we're automatically going to dismiss it. And that couldn't be further from the truth. I think everybody in this hangout would crucify Steve or anybody if we saw actual proof or evidence that they were acting a certain way towards certain people. That wasn't right. We call each other out all the time, and people ignore it because it doesn't fit. And
yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. You make a really interesting point here, Manya. You say you don't know if there are other females. Again, running a false narrative. Also, he has always pointed out Katie's lies, as I have. She changed her story multiple times. You do not have permission to use my image for your false narrative. You are harassing me. They're talking about you, using this clip about you, without tagging you in it.
Exactly. That's harassment.
Because they don't care. They have demonstrated that they don't care.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to go after Steve.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, hey, look, it's me.
Ooh, nice.
Let's see. Yep, Chesh is his Lady Macbeth. Ooh.
Ooh. Shakespearean.
Look who wasn't tagged. Not me. And they are all staying in the cult because he is dangling that big carrot of a non sequitur show reboot. They all?
Yes. That's what I'm
I guess they all.
I think we're they all.
True.
Yeah, I got a degree. Like, look at that. I got 2 jobs. Like, I don't need any more presence on this internet verse. I'm just a follower. That's it. Like,
I don't know who they all is, but sadly, if he ever gets the keys to that car, I'm going to have more people in my living room than he will have watching that channel.
Right?
How many people fit in your living room?
I can fit like.
Must be a really big
50.
living room.
That's like, see where they navigated the conversation from to. It was about me feeling uncomfortable, and it came out to where, like,
Well, the thing is like they've jumped narrative now, right?
yeah.
And this is where it
The
always
thing.
goes.
Oh yeah. By the way, I can't see that frog one. It's blocked for me, so I can't.
Hold on.
I can't see that bit.
Okay, let me see if I can bring out the. Maybe I have the video. I think so. If you check your DMs, I have the video in there. I made a video of their whole conversation. Let me just see if I can bring that up.
Yep.
Monty's got receipts for days.
Oh, while you do that, that's a good point.
Yeah. So if you look,
That a lot of these people.
fifth screenshot, there's a video that I put up.
Oh, I know. I've got it. Don't worry. Go ahead, sweet.
Nope. I was filling the air. I thought she was going to take a second. Go ahead. It is so loud. I apologize. I think it's on my end.
So here's the not the video, but here's the this is what this person was saying. That was that I couldn't see.
Yeah. So look at how they're attacking me. Like, this person is like vicious, and so they're going on about, I find it hard to believe you're professional, Manya. You really are quite dumb. You're never going to be Shesh or Sweet Heathen. Let it go. Give it up. Quite trying. Steve doesn't care about you. I'm like, what? Shesh is an individual. Sweet Heathen is an individual. People think that we are like cats fighting amongst ourselves for Steve's attention. It's not that at all. We respect each other. I love Shesh. I love her art. I love her personality. I love Sweet. I love her soothing voice. And I love how she, puts out her points. They're like on point, always bam, bam, bam. And I wish I could do half the stuff both these ladies can do in them trying to like run a narrative. It's vicious, and at the same time, it's like, I pity them that this is what their brain comes up with. Seriously. It's so, and then if you go to their next tweet, they're like, oh, great big hugs, Manya. Classic gaslighting. Like, first you like bombard me with negative comments, and then you go, oh, big hugs. It's like, you're trying to confuse me. What are you trying to do here? Like, you think I can't get a screenshot of the whole thing that you did here just now? It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So we got something. Basically, let's break it down real quick. I find it hard to believe you're a professional. Really, her degree is behind her. Currently, you really are quite dumb. I'd like to see some demonstration of that. I mean, that eye roll was pretty cute, but I wouldn't call it dumb. You're never going to be Chesh or Sweet Heathen. Why would you want to be, and what makes you think that she wants to be either of us?
Oh God.
That would make her dumb.
That would make her dumb. This is
her own
true.
unicorn. So
Yeah.
I've got a bachelor's and a master's in engineering. Thank you very much. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, why the hell does she want to be me?
But this is exactly what they do. They're trying to. They try to tear us down and hurt our self-esteem, and then say, "Oh, you ladies just don't have self-esteem. You have daddy issues. You just want to do this and that because you have some sort of mental problem."
That's right. I'm a white girl with daddy issues. I forgot because racism.
Yeah,
I'm
me
not a
too,
white
apparently.
girl.
Oh God.
And I'm only half white.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
I mean,
I'm not a white at all. I come from Indian subcontinent, so
No.
jealous.
it's so funny. They try to dismiss our opinions by making those statements, like by saying, "Oh, we are dumb," or "We are trying to be someone else," or "We crave attention," or "Daddy issues," and all that. All that to dismiss our opinion. That is so classy. Like that. Yeah, that kind of tells you that that's a troll account.
Yeah. This one's a little bit harder to read. I don't know if it'll come up okay, but it's basically Unirock is saying Katie didn't say I accused Steve of sexual harassment, but when Katie says something like that, Steve and his squad believe every word of it. When Katie says something that Steve says something that Steve and his squad doesn't like, then it's a lie. See where this is going? That's just Unirock misrepresenting what had happened. Essentially, Katie went on live stream, said that Unirock told her that Steve harassed Rachel, and we all went, what? Because nobody believed her?
Yeah.
And that's him saying that we believed her. So, whatever. But that's not what we're talking about. So this person... Sorry,
go on. Sorry, not go on.
This is kind of besides the point. This person, again, back to this girl frogs. Uni, don't even bother with this bullshit. It won't ever stop. Poor Steve needing women to fight his war for him. I don't know if you guys noticed in the chat, but somebody was made the comment that, oh, next they're going to push that Steve's hiding behind women. Oh, they already have.
There it is right here.
I think pretty much anything that could be said has been said at this point.
Yes. Poor Steve, man the fuck up and fight this shit in court against Kyle and or Katie yourself. How long is this crap going to go on? Ladies, please wake up. But don't blame us because of something that Steve's trying to do. That's not our fault. Steve can do whatever the hell he wants. We're not responsible for that.
And more importantly than that, we do whatever the hell we want. We're not existing to help Steve or any other person on the internet that we don't feel like we want to. We're all operating independently. We just happen to work together sometimes on some things.
Yeah, well, at this point, we're not even defending Steve. What we're doing is we're responding to the bullshit you're putting on us. This isn't a matter of defending Steve.
We're defending ourselves.
This has nothing to do with Steve. They're the ones making it about Steve. Yeah.
Exactly. Because we agreed with him on 1 or 2 or 5 topics or whatever, and then that makes us targets just for that reason. It has nothing to do with anything else to do with us, but that's enough for them to insult us at this level and even go after our own other friends and family that have nothing to do with the situation. And then they hide behind other content creators. I see they're on their pages, and these are people that are champions for women, supposedly, and the SJW crowd or whatever. And meanwhile, they are supporting these people that are coming after us with these horrible, horrible sexist things and degrading us as women and human beings in general. But that's okay because we are friends with somebody they don't like.
Amanya makes a good point here. That shows that Steve has friends. How does their gender matter? If we were men, is it relevant, or are you just trying to hurt our feelings because we're women?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like our identities matter until we actually speak up against them. And then as soon as we speak up against them, then we're being brainwashed.
Oh, when they bring us into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah. It's like we're objects for them to use outside of our influence.
Right.
So we got Girl Frog here saying, oh, hey, it got really clear on my screen. I don't know if that was just stuck like that, but hey, perfect. I can read it now. You may be his friend. Most are as of 2 weeks ago. From Leslie's or Katie's channel, their gender matters because he preys on the woman followers. Come on, Manya. I heard the hesitation in your voice where he announced on a live he has your permission to talk flirty with you. Oh, so that thing that they took out of context, this person is now using to take out of context, even after Manya went through and went, no, take this down because you're using me for this thing. Here's somebody else using her for that thing that they posted before. Thanks, bud.
Hashtag shocker.
Would that be contextception?
Contextception. Oh my god.
The 5 C's.
Yay.
So it's so funny, again, misrepresenting me, and they're trying to distract me from the fact what their original tweet was. Right? That's what they're doing. They're trying to distract me from the original tweet, and they're now attacking me. So, and I bring up a valid point. I'm like, gender matters. It would have been if Steve was surrounded by men, they would have used it as, oh, look, Steve has no female friends. I wonder why.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no winning with these people.
Yeah, so this is people saying that, their original argument was something that didn't happen. Then they went on to say, well, a Uni's thing, which is whatever. And then this person ended up saying, poor Steve needing women to fight his battles for him. And then telling Steve to man up and go against Kyle or Katie in court. And then all this crap's going on, ladies, please wake up. Again, without tagging us. And then Manya says, that shows Steve has female friends. What's the problem with that? And then they just go on to a completely different argument. You may be his friend, but lots are as of 2 weeks ago. So he has many female.
Oops.
Because that would be a problem? And in what way is he taking advantage of them? And then imposing their uncomfort about what they may find uncomfortable in a situation onto Manya, which is not the case. And we are both professional women, even though later on they go on to say, I find it hard to believe that you're a professional.
Yeah, they can't decide for some reason.
Here we go. Also, Manya, we are both women. Okay. You haven't demonstrated why... whatever. How far would a friend like that last in a professional working environment? You and I both know he'd be in HR that same day discussing friendliness. We're on the internet, you dense motherfucker. This is not a workplace setting.
Again, they're
but even if it was, I have to say, I've been working. I worked a temp job not too long ago, and I won't name the place, but the environment there, everybody was very close and friendly, and we were probably a little bit worse than we've been online because we were a bunch of people, men and women, mostly women, but we were very comfortable with things. There were people grabbing each other, and like the HR posters were in the break room. You know what I mean? Like the official thing was there, but depending when you have a certain relationship with certain people, you tend to bend the rules a little bit, and that's okay. Because in that situation, you know nobody's going to get upset. Now, if you take that and you take it to somebody else, even you may mean well, and intent is important there. So even saying, well, other women felt uncomfortable, all you ever have to do, and I have done this with Steve, I've seen other people do it with other people and see whoever, hey, I don't feel comfortable if you talk to me like that. And they stop. And that's the end of it. And nobody committed a crime. Nobody meant any harm. They spoke a little out of turn. Maybe they were a little too forward. Maybe they were a little too flirty, but they did not mean to make you uncomfortable. Speak up. Don't expect people to completely police their language, or nobody's ever going to mate again because people are going to stop asking everybody out.
Or nobody's ever going to understand if you don't communicate. If you don't tell them or you don't talk to them, how are they ever supposed to know that what they're doing is incorrect?
Exactly.
Yeah. Shame that Steve actually wasn't talking to you anyway, motherfucker.
Jelly.
Jelly. You think this is like this seems to me like they're projecting a lot. They're projecting about what they expect other people and other people's relationships should be.
They
what they expect from other women.
It's very similar to exactly, because it's in sexuality as well, so that comes up a lot. If a few of us have been open about being poly or bi or whatever, they will take that and jump on it and act like we're horrible people, and again turn around and act like, let's support women, feminism's important, but not if you do it this way, and not if you enjoy this, and not if you like that. It's just they weaponize everything they say. I mean, everything we say about ourselves that's a positive thing, they will turn it into something to attack us with.
God's Auditor makes a really good point. If you insist on acting professionally around your friends, you probably don't get invited to a lot of parties.
Yeah,
exactly.
Communication is the key. And when you have, like Sweet Heathen said, when you have already established that communication, you go as forward as you have planned or as you have agreed on, right? Even in any professional environment, Sweet Heathen brings it up perfectly. Like, it can get worse. Like, worse, I mean, like, it can go further down than what was happening between me and Steve on that online live stream when you're in a professional environment, because of the level of how you feel comfortable with each other, how friendly you are with each other, and how you have communicated with each other in the past. All of that matters. You just can't go being a stuck-up all the time. That's not how you behave.
Well, they want it to be easy. They want it to be easy to villainize them, but then, they do the same exact things with different people, somebody that they're close to, like we are with Steve. But when Steve does it to us and we do it to Steve, then there's the problem, because they just don't
because
like
they hate
him,
Steve.
So.
They're using us because they hate Steve.
Exactly.
Manya makes a really good point. That wasn't hesitation. That was a delay in the sound. You are trying to victimize me, but failing miserably. You have no idea about mine and Steve's friendship. None. Yes, correct, 100%. They are trying to force you into the role of a victim of something that you're not okay with. And there are women who have been talked into feeling like things have happened to them when they haven't.
Yeah.
There are cases of that where somebody who's maybe not as headstrong as the four of us might be, who would be like, oh, well, yeah, no, I was kind of, they're easily influenced by something like that. And these people are trying to manipulate us.
Yeah. Discussing the friendliness, like that victory sign in the end, it's like, oh God.
Peace sign.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so yep. So this is, and there was, I think so, another one. I think so. The fake ass fornicator on.
You really want to hit all those? God damn, they're long.
Not the long. Just bring up maybe one screenshot where he, like, says I have a schoolgirl crush on it, and then we can discuss that, and we can move on to other girls, maybe.
Yeah, because you definitely wrote that dude a book.
Yeah. No, he was writing a book.
We can't read that much, Anya.
I know some of my responses have been a little wordy.
Exactly.
Twitter's a good trainer, though. Trying to cut it down.
Oh, this is so cool.
God, this dude, this woman,
so crazy.
Poor man, just went off.
Yeah, they were just waiting. They were like, she came in, like, you know, fireworks.
Oh man, this is great because they're actually completely misrepresenting my argument about Fiona and Reds.
Oh, yeah, that can be like another stream on its own.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue. I mean, we did that. It was 5 hours long.
Yeah, it's up to you, Shesh. If you want to bring it up, it's fine. But I think that we have brought up enough already.
Well, I'll just read this one out loud real quick. Well, you are quite. This is them talking to you. Well, you were quite happy to tell everyone you were a virgin the other day, so it doesn't take a genius to work out that you're not very experienced with men. Oh my God. Those are such different kinds of experiences. So there's a difference. I don't know. I don't feel...
Yeah.
The fact that we need to explain this. Okay, when a man loves a woman, or a woman loves a woman, or a man loves a man, sometimes they do this thing called schmexular relations. I've heard it called scoodly pooping, but I don't... No, absolutely not. Anybody who calls it that is wrong, and they deserve to suffer for it.
Well, and love doesn't need to be involved, but apparently if you even like somebody, if you know somebody, if you take a picture with somebody, you are having sex with that person. Did you know that?
Did you know that
it's
sometimes...
an automatic thing?
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that you can even agree to have sex you don't even really want to have, and it's not actually rape? Because you agreed to it and you were fine with it happened even if you weren't all that into it?
Oh.
See, that's never happened to me. I've never not felt in the mood, so I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, it doesn't happen to everybody. It doesn't happen to everyone.
That's why we love you, Nikki.
I've never said no. I'm sorry if I'm an outlier.
See, like, you shame women when they are open about their sexuality, and you shame women for being, you know, open about their sexual, sex life. Like, okay,
well,
so so what if I was being open that I'm
names again, people.
I'm a virgin? What's the problem? Like, what's
it's the old trap from Breakfast Club. If you're a virgin, then you're a prude, and if you know how to if you've had sex before, then you're a whore. There's no winning.
Nope.
Oh.
There's no in between. There's absolutely no in between.
So here's the thing: being experienced with people being creepy and liars has absolutely nothing to do with your gender or your sex life. None. Zero. Nada. Zip. This person's full of shit in their first sentence.
It's like, you know, I have experience with creepy people. All right? And like I said, it's not relevant to my sex life at all. So, yeah, I can like, I know when someone's acting creepy. And I know, you know, the signs, the everything, and I can even I have gone off on some people who have been creepy, you know, towards me in the past. So, dude, like, again, obfuscating two topics together, like,
completely different things. I think my favorite part of this blurb that they say is, you're fine to sit in those hangouts, hanging on his every word and laughing at his terrible attempts at humor. Hey, listen, comedy is something completely different. You don't get to dictate what I think is funny. I think I'm hilarious, and no one can ever take that away from me because it's.
Oh, some things are hilarious because they're not funny. They're so
Also
not funny. They're a gem.
Yeah.
Like The Room.
It's like, oh, you're trying so hard.
Aw.
We're all dorks. I don't know. It's what we do. We're silly.
Oh god.
We're allowed to be silly.
Help it.
And you know how I try to stay on the topic? I'm asking.
Yeah, they
questions.
completely went off here. Here, I'll share the context a little bit for you guys. This is where they were talking about ad homs and virginity, and then
yeah.
You guys can pause it if you guys want to see it
a
later.
whole bunch of stuff that's nobody's business, anyways.
It's part of my tweets. You can go and you can go to my Twitter profile and you can find these screenshots and you can have a laugh about it if you want.
There's them getting that argument completely
collect
wrong.
mine together too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I didn't know we were doing a show and tell, but yeah, you go on Twitter, it's all there. It's pretty easy to find and see. And
yeah.
Well,
I mean, anyone can reach out to me if they want to see anything specific or curious. But I tend to not document as much, but I do take screenshots. Go ahead.
We got into something that I think we should touch on a little bit, and unfortunately, this is going to be a little bit annoying. So I'm gonna hold on. Let me see if I can.
What isn't annoying on the internet these days?
Right?
Isn't that part of the experience? I wouldn't feel right if I wasn't annoyed.
Can I? Okay, let's. I'm just gonna open these in different tabs just to make life a little bit easier.
I'm so glad that we came together and we are doing this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me just
you guys are awesome.
get rid of this real quick. Boop boop boop. Oh, you son of a bitch! Twitter, why you like this?
Yeah, Twitter's
well, how much time do we have? The problems with Twitter.
Right.
We have about
another
3
stream.
minutes.
Another stream.
I gotta, turn the camera off.
That's okay.
Okay.
We're moving on to Nikki next because we wanted to make a point real quick because she. Okay, this is gonna suck, but yeah, you guys are gonna get to see who I kind of have conversations with sometimes in the background because this is the only way to do it.
Your call.
It's fine. I'm not showing anybody's anything they've actually said, but so you guys want to talk about getting creepy messages and how it does not matter how much sex you have to decide whether or not these messages are going to be creepy. These are Nikki's. Nikki, would you like to take it away? Let me know when you want to go next.
Yes, of course. So this is only one of several messages I get. I mean, this isn't exactly the caliber that you would get because I actually know this person, and I've known this person for, I want to say about like 10 years. I've known him since he was a child. So this like really made me uncomfortable. So this is a kid I knew from church, and I know his dad.
God.
And yes.
Uh-oh.
And I don't like outright telling people I'm not interested. I do try to like be like, all right, well, I'm clearly not invested in this conversation. And this just went really, really far, and it really creeped me out. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. And I thought this was really funny. It's just,
So you asked them how they
he messaged me after.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So he actually messaged me this first, to give context to the first message. It was actually after I was blackmailed a little bit ago. It was around last year at this time. And I was just kind of being dumb on the internet. And somebody got a hold of some very, very sensitive, very specific pictures and videos of me. And they actually figured out incredibly personal information, and they were going to spread that to people in my life that would potentially just ruin my life completely. And so I posted about it on Facebook, and then I got this message from him, and I kind of ignored it, and then it just kind of accelerated recently.
Do you want to go to number 2?
Yep. Well, do 1.5 for next, because it kind of gives a little bit of I skipped a little thing. There you go. And now 2. And
so that's you just being like, no thanks. I don't have Snap. Leave me alone. Okay, no problem. And then look, yay! I wonder why that's all blacked out.
That's okay if you don't have Snap. We can do it right here.
Jesus. How accommodating of them.
Thank you so much. And
I like how you're not responding either.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm done.
So this is where you should ask for permission. Like, he's saying, been forever since we have seen each other, right?
Let me show you my dick.
Yeah,
Yes.
just because, see, this is where consent is important now. Ask, and if she gives a verbal thing, okay, or yes, then you go for it, and you show your big toy out there.
Well, there's actually another layer to this. They knew you were in an emotionally vulnerable state when they did this shit.
Oh god, this is so disgusting.
So this person is trying to take advantage of your emotionally vulnerable state
that's
because
like
of what
the main
recently
part
happened
that,
to you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of gets worse on the whole other situation in the next ones. I think there's 3 more after this. So he literally asked me the same question again. And I was like, no. Like, this isn't a long thing. If you look, it's all literally within, like, a couple days. So there's no other, like, conversation that we had. So he just literally asked me the same question again.
Yeah,
and
we're
then
at
went
Tuesday.
off on this little tangent. Yeah, it was literally Tuesday.
Wow. Just wow.
Well, not this, like, last Tuesday. Like
Yeah,
Tuesday, a couple Tuesdays.
Whenever you took the picture, this is the 2nd. This is February 5th.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there you go.
That Tuesday afterwards, so that would have been the 6th. So that would have been, let me look. Last
5/2. No, that would be
February.
March, since it's America.
But it's
so
19. This is last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or not was last year, and then he goes, "You busy?"
Oh my god. And then there's number 4. You into erotica?
That's a fair question.
Dude! This was completely, if you notice the context here, this was completely unsolicited.
It's so out of left field. Yeah, it's no.
You literally say, hey, I'm not interested in receiving or sending any form of sexual messages. Hey, you into erotica? Not with you. Oh my god. You legitimately say, I'm a sub. At the moment, I'm titled as a toy, but that changes. You just use Messenger. Yes. I am not interested in receiving or sending any form of sexual messages. I can answer questions and give pointers, but that's the extent at the moment. If you ever want to hang out, I love new playthings. So he's soliciting you sexually. Again.
When
more.
you told him,
Right?
not interested.
It's like,
Let me just leave the message out there. Maybe you'll change your mind, you know?
And that's the really sad thing is this is not rare. I think
No.
most women could easily pull up messages
I
from
don't
their
know.
DMs like
was
this.
all in like one day, and I was just,
Wow.
yeah, it's not. It really isn't.
Yeah, and they knew you were not in a good space. You know.
This was a year later. So
a year later.
the
Okay.
stuff that happened that was back
Got it.
back in time. Yeah. But
Got it,
after
okay.
that, I literally just I cut it. He can't message me anymore. I was done.
Yeah,
but
there's
I
one more.
think
There's one
the
more
funniest-
screenshot. It's this one.
Yeah, it's not. There's not much more information. Like directly after that, I cut it. I was like, no. If you can't pick up my
And then
subtle
he keeps
hint
going.
and then specifically saying I'm not interested.
No, he's still
I
pushing.
like that. No.
They're still trying to push the boundaries. They're
Yep.
testing the boundaries, like how far they can push.
Yeah.
Like, we can see that what you're doing there, you nincompoop.
Kind of ties into what people do on Twitter. So these people who were basically making Manya's relationship, like forcing Manya into a victim role, as well as forcing sexual interactions on her when they were not sexual interactions. We get sexual messages on the regular, completely unsolicited.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes they move to public, and sometimes they move to private.
Yeah. And see, I'm really, really open about everything I do. I've started to like incorporate more like kinky stuff on my Facebook, but I'm not a closed person. I will tell everybody what I do and what I've experienced and everything. And I actually enjoy talking to people about that type of stuff. But when it gets to the point where it's literally it's almost like an invitation to certain people to just send these just insane things, like for example, if a man were to post this type of stuff that I post, they're not going to get people in their messages talking about how they want to do that to them. Like I mean, for example, I used to work in a kitchen, and that's literally everything that cooks talk about is just their sexuality and all the stuff that they do with all these bitches. And so I would reciprocate. I'd be like, oh, well, I did this last weekend. That was fun. And then they immediately take that as an invitation. But if another guy were saying that, or if it was reversed, like a guy telling me, I don't take that as an invitation. But they do. And it's just, it's a kind of a creepy double standard, but I kind of get why it's still there.
Yeah, and you've also got the difference between how they were talking to Manya, who is a virgin, and how they're trying to and they're trying to discredit and talk shit about her.
Saying it.
Yes, I'm just gonna give up. I give up. They're trying to treat her like shit because she's a virgin, and you turn around and these are the messages that you're getting. Same thing, different way. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Can't win.
No, and they were using it, and they use this stuff to attack other people in our lives on the regular. This is why it's an issue with when people dox. You're getting these kinds of messages from someone who knows you and knows where you are, and you can get those kinds of messages from people who don't know you and don't know where you are. So if somebody puts your personal information out and because they want to get to Steve, they could have legitimately just put you in a horrible situation. And these are the kind of people that are like, oh yeah, no, I hope Chesh gets raped. Oh, well, great, cool. Thanks for putting my name out there. So now somebody who might want to do that can actually find me. Cool, great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if KJ does that, even if indirectly, it was already out there, you know. So it's not really doxing. But if someone else does it, oh my god. Yeah. Just saying. Sorry, had to let it out of my system.
That's what this is all about. Let it out.
Well, I think Sweet probably takes a lot of the heat. Like I know I take a lot of heat because I'm Steve's partner in on the shows and stuff. So I get a whole lot of guilt by association. There's a whole lot of people saying, "Oh, Chesh is getting taken advantage of. Oh, Chesh is 17." Blah 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 blah.
17.
Well, that's a whole other issue. That's what pisses me off the most. The people that are trying to push the idea that you're underage. Meanwhile, they're attacking your sexuality and attacking your body and things like that, sexualizing you, hypersexualizing you, also saying you're underage. Yeah.
I had somebody. I actually got.
Who's calling that out? Who said anything about that?
Oh,
it's
nobody.
all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was that whole issue with that person who was going after. Saying that, oh well, Katie felt uncomfortable, blah 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 blah. They didn't say shit about Katie's husband talking about my vagina, and I don't talk to him. I've never spoken with him. I have no rapport with that person.
Yeah, she's
saying
fine.
That we're all
Katie's fine talking about boobs, penises, you know, but and her husband talking about someone else's vagina. But if someone talks about her in any context, she's like, "Oh my god, run for the damn hills."
Yeah, and they're attacking women, or so and so is attacking women. But
Unirock tried.
We deserve it. That's fine.
Unirock tried to kick me while I was down because Steve decided to take time off of Twitter, and I'm like, dumbass, I haven't gone anywhere.
he was like trying to be your knight in shining armor. He was trying to be a knight in shining armor. If Chef wants, Chef. Sorry, if Shesh wants to talk. Yeah, if Shesh wants to talk to me and present her, I think so that what this tweet was about, isn't it? Present her side of the story. I will listen to her and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? She doesn't need you, not you dumbass. Nope.
I have my own channel. If I want to talk shit about Steve, I'm gonna do it here. What I need Uni for. We got this person who came on a fake account who was tweeted this at me, by the way. Look, at me. Some shit about Steve, and I was just like, okay, why are you sending this to me? Which is specifically right here. This account no longer exists.
I gotta point out, they spelled bitch made wrong. That's kind of, it's one word. Hashtag bitch made.
Hashtag bitch made.
Stop trying.
Why did you at me with this and not him? Why are you not sending this to Steve? Also, care to demonstrate the claims? Then they said, down here, yes, every video that's ever been on his channel for the past 3 months is the evidence for the most of those. The others are sprinkled throughout the entirety of his YouTube career. Don't be his pet. He is using you and drama for views. Wake up before it's too late. This is a warning.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Wow.
So let's break this down a little bit. So I said, can you demonstrate any of these? That they just give me this vague, oh yeah, everything Steve has done. As if I didn't watch Steve's shit. I've seen his shit. I'm on half of his shit. What are you talking about? Clearly I don't see it that way. There are, don't be his pet. So you're dehumanizing me. Cool, thanks.
Yep.
That's
my kink. Come on.
Right? Listen, I might be okay with being somebody's pet, and why are you kink shaming me? Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He's using you and the drama for views. Yeah, that's what he's doing. That's clearly why Okay. Wake up before it's too late. I don't know. Can I hit the snooze button?
It's like a never-ending nightmare.
This is a warning. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, spooky. So that's your one and done?
Spoopy.
You won't show your work and now you're threatening me? Neato. LOL, you aren't important enough to threaten. Didn't you just warn me?
But
without giving me any information?
For your own good, though. He was warning you for your own good, against your own behavior.
Oh. Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure this random account knows me so well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, God. You aren't important enough to threaten. Warnings aren't always threats. Steve is going down very soon. That's a threat!
Going down on who? That's my question.
Right?
oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I make a sex joke? I'm a bad woman. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm feeling sexually harassed by sweet heathen.
How dare I sexually objectify Steve? I guess technically.
I'm pretty sure Sweet has carte blanche on that one.
I mean, pretty much.
He always says he wishes.
I've stopped doing it as much, so.
My warning
was. We love you.
My warning was simply for you to get out while you're ahead, so that Steve doesn't take you down with him.
Whoa! What the hell?
Apparently, Steve's taking me down, Sweet. I'm sorry.
Hey, I don't care. The more the merrier.
Nick is not going to be happy about that.
Exactly.
Shesh, watch out.
Insane.
That's a real warning. That's a credible threat right there.
Yeah, they're like, Steve is going down. What do you mean by that? That Steve is going down? Like, seriously?
They've been saying this for years, though. That's the thing. I've seen it happen. I've seen screenshots from before. There's been this ominous looming doom over Steve's head. It's coming. It's coming. It's like the end times. We have the date. We know when it's going to be. It's the end is near, and it never, ever, ever happens.
Yeah.
I will correct it then, as you came off as hostile and unhelpful. If you are in fact trying to warn me, then you would be less aggressive and actually show and not tell. Show me the evidence that you have. No? All right. LOL, who shows their hand to the lieutenant of the general you're about to conquer? I thought I wasn't important!
I thought you were his pet?
Yeah, how can I be a pet and the lieutenant and unimportant all at the same time? Bruh!
My brain circuit just got fried. Like, a pet, like, lieutenant, what?
This is exactly, almost every interaction is like this, though. They say one thing and then they completely flip it. Their best friend, they're looking out for you, and then all of a sudden you're the enemy and they're going to take you down. And it's like, what?
Who shows their hand?
Are you concerned or do you hate me?
Right. Who shows their hand to the lieutenant they're about to conquer? So you are threatening me. You have no idea how this works. What works? What are you talking about? Don't say I didn't tell you so. Final message to you. Have a grand and pleasant day.
Wow, so dramatic.
So dramatic.
I hope the door didn't hit them on their ass on their way out of Twitter.
Oh, wait, hold on. God's Auditor is saying found that guy's YouTube channel. This guy whose account is deleted has a YouTube channel?
Ooh!
Oh, I'm excited now. This is going to be fun. So it's a threat. Thanks for coming. Bye. Thank you. Kissy face. Ugh.
Wow.
Ugh.
See this again this gaslighting thing going on.
That's creepy.
I'm looking out for you, but I'm gonna threat you at the same time.
I was looking out for you. It wasn't a threat, but except I'm actually you aren't important and I am threatening you. Okay, love you. Bye.
Decide.
Some serious personality disorder going on here. Some kind of freaking what makes your head spin.
This is intimidate, a tactic to intimidate you. That's what it was. Trying to intimidate you and telling you, oh, Steve's going down. You are going to get, a part of it. So get out. And you, by the way, you're not that important, but I'm looking out for you. Like, seriously? You need to put me down and then make me feel like bad about myself. And then you're saying, oh, I'm going to look out for you though, sweetie.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Wow, the shit we get.
Here, I'll show you real quick. Check this one out. Chesh looks like a literal child. She still has baby fat on her face. It does not look like an adult at all. I really doubt she's older than 17.
Oh yeah, baby fat. Yeah, baby fat isn't, it really indicates.
My face is all baby fat. Like, this is collagen. Chesh actually looks like an adult. I look like an actual 2-year-old. Like, it's gross. Come on, they should be attacking me, not Chesh.
See, you upset. You upset me.
Oh, hey, look, there's them talking about me sexually and masturbation while they're saying I'm 17.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
neat.
Yeah. Hey,
and like,
look,
this is legit. This is the same account. This is the same account. It's not like I'm pulling different accounts here. This is the same one.
Same account. And oh wow. Oh.
Don't you have homework or something else that's age appropriate you should be doing?
Wow.
So this is a clip.
I mean, I'm the one that plays Minecraft, so.
I like Minecraft. Chesh is 17 years old. These grown men are joking about painting her genitalia and masturbating to her. She is being exploited. This is this person. This is this person. This is this person.
Wow. the double standards. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Sorry. The double standards here and the hypocrisy. My goodness. My goodness. Oh, I just stuck my tongue out. I think that someone's going to screenshot it and a meme is going to come through dehumanizing me soon.
She doesn't look a day over 12.
Wow. Oh god. Wow.
Is this better or worse than like Russian vids coming after you?
Russian vids was just funny.
I know.
None of these people would actually none of these people would actually have a conversation with me. At least Russian vids tried.
Yeah.
I should explain. I should probably explain this video. This video is from my birthday stream from last year. And so somebody jokingly said happy 17th birthday, and I didn't correct them. And then at one point I'm sitting there sipping my drink and I'm like, I could have been anywhere tonight. Why am I sitting here hanging out with you guys? I could have been at the bar. I could have gone and get laid. What are you talking about? And then somebody had responded with, wait, you're 17. How are you able to go to the bar? And I said, you can go to a bar if you know what you're doing. But at no point do I ever say that I'm 17. And here they are saying that I'm saying I was 17. And when I told them it was out of context, they were like, they wish you a happy 17th birthday 3 months ago. You got busted. You're a minor.
What?
Busted.
And when was
this? Busted. Game over.
And that was a while ago too. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's been debunked so many times. You said yourself on streams, for anybody who's been paying the least bit of attention, everybody knows how old you actually are. Yet people are still pushing that.
Here, I'll
They're
give you a
still
hint.
saying that.
I'll give you a hint, guys. I have a reboot tattoo. How old do you think I am?
You just read about it.
But look at this video gets posted by this person and then retweeted by this person and then posted again by this person and this person posted it again. Like, this video it's just a clip. It went around.
Yeah. And the disgusting part is that other tweet on the top. And then them saying, "Oh, this person is being exploited," and then that tweet about the M word. Like,
yeah.
Yep. It's nauseating.
And I got a whole bunch all over here still. Look, there's another person doing it. There's another one commenting on it.
Wow. They just run with it, eh?
And they're using it to attack Steve. Look.
Oh, yeah.
This is about Steve. This is when we were talking about Lily and Lore, who have been cyberbullied for years. And so they're talking about how Lore has no issues with her hero, being Steve, palling around with a 17-year-old child. None of these people messaged me to ask if I was actually being exploited. None of these people actually gave a flying fuck if I was actually in trouble. They think I'm 17. They think I'm a minor. They think I'm being exploited. They think people are talking about me sexually. They are talking about me sexually. They want to have their cake and eat it too.
Because they don't actually believe that. That's the thing. They're lying. If they actually believed you were a minor, I think they would be reaching out to you. If they really thought that any of us were actually being victimized, we would get those messages, but we don't.
Yeah.
And or like with the family, like anyone, I don't know really what you guys have gone through completely, but if they reach out to your family or send anything to your family, you think it would be, hey, I'm concerned about this person, not, derogatory, disgusting remarks about what they do in their private time.
Yeah, and keep in mind that they don't know anything about they don't know anything about anybody's family.
Just making
so they
things
don't.
up.
Yeah, they're just going to try and cause havoc. They're going to try and cause you trouble. They're going to try and cause issues. There's something to be said for. I don't know if I agree with Sweet. I don't know that I would agree that these people would actually if they thought we were being exploited, because I honestly
I don't think they all would.
No, most of these people that we're talking about don't give a shit. They don't care about victims. They don't care about if somebody's being exploited. They don't actually care about any of us as individuals. They only care to use us to attack Steve.
I think there are some that would. I think, but I'm more, not these, not the trolls though. The general people, I don't think that they would care.
I think if there was an argument to be made, more general people would be coming to us.
Yeah, exactly. But these people that are pushing the narrative, they don't care. They wouldn't care. They are, but that just goes to show they're not making a good case, because we're not hearing from people with genuine concerns about this. Or if anyone does, it's very casual in the thread and then it's shot down because we take care of it. But there's no going out of their way to make sure that anybody's okay, or to even convince us. Yeah.
They actually make sure that they talk behind our backs.
Behind our backs,
They don't tag us. They make sure that we don't know that we are being spoken about. And when we point it out to them that, that's not what happened, they're like, I don't care.
They go on the attack. They get cranky. Because we disagreed with what they said.
Oh, but we're not real women.
We're not real women. We're self-hating. We're self-depreciating.
I need to check my vagina.
An account that goes by Holy Spackle decided to tweet out that I wasn't a real woman while we were talking about rape apologetics on Twitter. I retweeted that and laughed at it because I didn't know what the hell that means. But at the same time, they deleted that tweet. Guess what showed up later on Thursday on the 5-hour stream over on Elusive Man's channel? One Holy Spackle saying I'm a traitor to my gender.
Oh, so they don't learn, and they don't want to learn, and they double down on it.
Well, and they don't back it up.
They don't want to learn.
Up, please.
They don't want people to know that they've actually said that. So as soon as they get called out for it because it's ridiculous, they delete it.
Yeah.
You don't believe me? Go find it. It's on the 5-hour stream.
Yeah. We'll definitely do. It's disgusting. Like, they will throw out anything hoping something will stick and repeat it again and again and never back it up. They never back it up, and they try to speak for us.
Well, there's also something to be said for the argument that they're not only that they just trying to use us and talk behind our backs to harm Steve, but they're also harming us by doing so. Yeah. Like they're just stepping on us, our like how we feel about a situation, whatever our opinions are. We don't count to them. They don't care about what we think. They don't care if we're actually being harmed. If I'm ever actually assaulted by Steve in some way, shape, or form, who am I going to tell? If I ever actually am uncomfortable by something Steve says, and I'm not okay to be like, Steve, don't say that. Like if Steve actually starts exploiting me, who am I going to tell? Who's going to believe me? Nobody. Right. Nobody's going to believe me. It's not going to matter.
These numbchucks.
Thanks to these people, yeah. And they make it worse for people in general. Yeah. Because now, like, what if it's not me? What if it's somebody else?
Yeah.
Katie does the same thing. She's making it more difficult. Uni's making it the same thing.
And that shows, again, how much they actually don't care because they know that some of us are rape survivors, that we're sexual assault survivors. And they're very aware of this. And they, again, weaponize that and use that against us. Even like you said, literally threatening us, like they hope that we are raped. And but we're victims, and Steve's the bad guy. Steve's the creepy one. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, Steve's the one being creepy in these
messages.
That
this is something that should happen to us.
Yeah, Steve's the one being creepy in his messages. Steve's the one who's taking advantage of
20 times a day in different areas. What? Who is this your boyfriend? Is this your girlfriend? Are you and this person doing this? How is it your business? How is that not you being creepy? And like, oh, well, if you want to be hanging out with a creep like Steve, I'm like, excuse me.
Of it is.
There's no, these people don't care. They want to attack Steve. They're going to use whoever they want to get to him. And if it was somebody else, they would do the same thing. It doesn't, Steve isn't the point. The point is like, we're saying Steve a lot because this is the example we're using. This could be anybody. It could be, I don't know, let's say it was Nick. Let's say it was Nick Suter. Let's say people had like such hard hate.
Just throw him under the bus again.
Yeah, Nick. Throw Nick under the bus. I threw Dead Kennedy.
He's apparently my boyfriend too. So
I was going to throw somebody under the bus. Let's say that it was Nick. Let's say that because we're all friends with Nick. We all like Nick. Nick's a cool guy, but nobody's got a hate boner for Nick the same way these people have a hate boner for Steve. So nobody's saying like, oh, Nick might be harassing you. Guess who the person was who was talking about masturbating to me and saying like, hey, you're underage. Can you drink? That was fucking Nick. Go watch the video.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I think we all want to victimize Nick in some way, though.
It's only a problem if it's Steve that says it. They don't care. They're actively, like we said about KJ's husband. Somebody was actively being, like, harassing and talking about me in a sexual manner when Katie's the one who posted saying, isn't she 17? Your husband was talking about what you thought was a 17-year-old's vagina?
And where were these white knights then? No outrage then. Where were they then? They were like, "Oh my God, what did this?" No, nothing.
At that point, none of us can be weaponized, so they're nowhere. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We're only worth anything to them when we are a weapon and we are an object to use against somebody. Like only then do our experiences matter, and experiences that they see that we are having that's not actually happening. So
nonstop hypocrisy. And irony, it's you can't keep track of it all. It's every interaction. It's insane.
It really is.
It's really insane.
So I'm gonna throw it out to the chat. If you guys have any questions, please tag at me right now. If you guys have any questions for anybody, if you can direct your question for whoever you want to answer it. Otherwise, we're all gonna probably jump onto it. So just make sure you
chat right now, but I'll try to look at it here.
No, you don't have to look at the chat. I'm gonna pull.
I'm really bad at that.
Yeah, just at me if you guys have any questions for us. We do maintain the right to tell your question to go fuck itself.
I was just gonna say.
I will pull the questions. I'll pull the questions out and then read them out to you guys, or I'll put them on the bottom. So yeah, just make sure you tag me so that way I can actually see it.
And if there's something that, at least I can speak for myself. Imagine that. If there's something if somebody wants to ask me a question and I don't want to answer it, I will decline answering it, but I will explain why I'm declining to answer it, and hopefully that's enough.
Kawasa asked, "Is this what ladies normally do in sleepovers?"
It's not what I do on sleepovers.
Well, without clothes, but yeah.
A lot of the time. Yeah. Sometimes there's more wine involved.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol. I just had alcohol.
I would
talking about.
I like
totally
this one.
pillow fight with you guys.
This is a good comment. Sophisticated commiseration by intelligent women confuses the fragile male ego. Aww.
Ooh, nice.
Aww.
Oh, that made me all warm and fuzzy.
Well, we're not trying to hate on
And
men.
this isn't even about men, because a lot of these people that have been offending us have been women.
Yeah.
So it's not just about men.
Oh wow, there's
I mean,
someone
in my spare time, I'll curse men, but not
just for
right
fun.
now. Not currently.
Yeah, Lindsay McNeil, if I'm reading her name right, she said something. I came close. I was locked in a bathroom and told to take off my clothes. I thought it was gonna happen. I fought and got out, but definitely scary. Never forget that feeling ever. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. I know.
So
Yeah,
sorry.
that's.
Yeah.
How big is Ilya's brain? Massive or super massive? Big brain. Big brained. Big brain plays. Nikki, why...
Big as the moon.
Yeah, there you go. Nikki, ask Nikki why she didn't complain about my unsolicited picture of Richard Nixon I sent her.
It's because it's Dapper. I will take any unsolicited dick pics from Dapper. So.
See, that's that's giving consent, verbal.
Right now, yeah. I mean, I used to have that on my Twitter profile. You can send me dick pics, I don't care. I want to look at them.
Why do you and Sweet Heathen look like sisters?
Why do people keep saying that?
I have no idea.
I'm really flattered. I appreciate it.
Should we take our glasses off and see if we still look like sisters?
I know we don't.
Okay, we'll take our glasses off and then chat. 1 in the chat if you think we still look like sisters. 2 in the chat if you don't.
You look like half sisters.
I'm pretty pasty, to be fair, comparatively.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we have a different mom.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I'm putting them back on because I need them to see.
Yeah.
People know what happened to my other pair. I mean, I don't even know what happened to my other pair, but people know.
Oh God, I destroyed the chat. Now I can't find the questions. Oops.
No.
What do you think the stuff about Katie, the actual truth, will really come out? Which stuff? I mean, I'm not sure what you mean. There's a lot of stuff. I think most of the truth about her is actually out there, so I'm not sure. If you want to clarify your question, please do.
Yeah.
To all of the ladies, have you ever made a sock account to change your gender just to see how differently the interwebs treats you? Ooh, that is a good question. Nikki, you want to go first?
Me? I haven't, but I can just what's the word? I can empathize because I know I can see what it's like already. Like men, if you notice, men don't get positive attention. They just don't, especially not super handsome like model grade men. Like there's so many super handsome men that are just like, I'm ugly or I know I'm not
They don't get
attractive.
complimented, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. There's no positive attention lent towards men, and it's all given to women, and we get it so much that we just hate it. But in the end of the day, men are just completely ignored by so many people. So
yeah,
I don't have to. Basically.
Manya?
No, I haven't. Never.
Sweet, what do you think?
I've had gender neutral accounts before where you wouldn't know what I was. Nobody really assumed. This was a long time ago. So I don't have a ton of anecdotal evidence for that, just observation wise. I mean, obviously certain harassments and certain types of attention and insults I've gotten as a woman, I didn't get under those accounts because they didn't know.
I actually had a different experience with this. I've never done it on Twitter. I've been pretty gender neutral on the internet, usually when gaming, because people finding out you're a girl in gaming is a giant pain in the ass.
That's when I did it.
Yeah. But if you're talking about like Twitter and stuff, no, I've never done it. But what I did do, I used to work in a very male-heavy environment. It was mainly manufacturing, automotive. So I was looking for a new job, and so I had my name on my resume. And I wouldn't get callbacks, which is, whatever. But so what I did is I started sending 2, and I changed my name. Instead of putting my full name, I just put VIC. So I just put Vic. So people didn't know whether I was a male or a female. And I got callback because they thought I was a man.
Wow.
Yep.
People have done experiments like that with different racial sounding names. Ones that sound more urban and black have not gotten called back over the white sounding names. Yeah.
Yep. Can the ladies wish Ilya Moon some good luck? Good luck, Ilya.
Good
Good
luck.
We
luck.
love you. Awesome.
Good luck.
She's one of my favorite people right now.
Wow. Ouch.
1 1 2 2 2 2 2 2.
I said one of my
1,
favorite
1,
people.
1,
I
1.
have a lot of favorite people.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She's
Right
so
there.
nice. She's so nice.
Right there.
Nikki, you're always my favorite.
Somebody said too, who the fuck are
You're too
you?
precious.
No, apparently it's the glasses that make us look alike. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the questions. Women need to do a better job of complimenting men. I
do
would
it
agree
all the
with that.
time.
I think in
But-
general society, everybody should just be more complimentary of each other because compliments cost nothing.
Yeah, in an honest way. Women get flattered a lot. I will get so you get it's cheesy. It gets overkill sometimes. I think that if people are honest and they say nice things to each other, I compliment women and men equally. I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
I'd
that's just
welcome
me.
dick pics from any women.
Well, I think
Oh my
Chess is the
God.
only one that can help you out
I
there.
need to check where mine fell off.
It's
I
your
got you.
boy.
Hey, what up? It's me, your boy.
Dapper just sent me an unsolicited dick pic.
It wasn't
Yay!
unsolicited.
It wasn't
don't lie.
unsolicited though. You gave permission.
It was unsolicited, and it's Dick Van Dyke, so it's a win.
Dick Van Dyke's great.
That gets a like. He gets a like for the Dick Van Dyke. Oh, he's so handsome in this picture.
It's the leg for the Dick Van Dyke.
Hell yeah.
We're getting silly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chesh
I'm drinking water.
Chesh and Heathen both have Clark Kent glasses.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
Ah,
They're cheap.
okay.
I
Do we
do
look that
recommend.
different without them? That's probably what he means.
Yeah, you do look different when you remove them. Like,
Oh, I mean, there is something to be said for. Keep in mind that he doesn't just do that. What he does is he does the glasses down, but then he also does the hair slick
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh,
The
yeah.
squirrel. Yeah. Ooh, I hated Henry Cavill as Superman, but him as The Witcher. Whew.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
mama.
I was watching that before the stream.
Oh, okay. Taylor was asking us about the screenshots about Flossie's child, about whether or not we think they're real. What's your opinion if you really think the
No.
screenshots were really from her, or who you think person X really is?
Yeah.
I might be the best one to answer that. At this point, I don't think these particular screenshots really matter that much because Katie has acted horrible towards the death of other children at this point. So I don't think they're as relevant as they were when they were first released.
Yeah.
I have heard from person M. So, and from what I understand of person M, the screenshots are definitely from one person in that conversation. So I'm inclined to think that they are real. I just don't think they matter as much as people are putting a lot of stock in them. I just don't think they're as important as I think most people do.
I think maybe if I can add one point,
Yes.
I think so
Yeah.
why they are putting so much stock in those screenshots is because they can, in the end, they can say, oh, these are fake. So Katie is, what do you say? She is not held responsible for other behavior.
She'd
Well,
be
he has-
vindicated for those screenshots alone, not the rest of the ones that she's
Yeah, but yeah, that can be used as a cover up for all the other abhorrent behavior she has done, and she has demonstrated till now. She has talked bad about other children's death, and people are forgetting that. So personally, I think it's possible that she can talk like that about someone's child because she has demonstrated it. She's talked about other dead children too. So for
Yes.
me personally, but I'm not going out and telling people to believe me or they're wrong if they don't think that the screenshots are real. There's a huge difference between that, and you have to really know that line.
You have to understand the difference between believing something and having knowledge of something. So you can believe something without. Yeah, it's a really basic. It's a complicated concept, but it's not really that bizarre of a concept. Like it makes sense if I say that I believe that my car is broken, but because the engine light is on. That doesn't necessarily mean my car is factually broken. It might just be a sensor somewhere that needs to be adjusted.
Yeah.
Nick Knack asked, does Sweet have her own channel? And has anyone sent you messages about any other men harassing you?
So I'll answer that. I do technically. I don't have anything on there right now, but same name, and there'll probably be stuff coming soon.
Nice. No, I've never had anybody asking me if I'm being harassed by anyone. Really, it hasn't happened. Not in private. And nobody's messaged me in private saying, "Hey, are you okay? Is Steve actually bothering you?" So I haven't even gotten those messages. So nobody cares about me.
Oh,
You're not alone, Chess. Nobody cares about any of us.
All Seeing Donut asked, "Do women know at first sight if they're going to sleep with a man?"
No, sometimes.
It depends on how confident you're feeling that day, I think.
Yeah, if you want to. Sometimes you don't know if you can see
It's
the
the
picture,
energy.
Yeah. I always
sometimes you're just like with a guy. The energy is just...
Ilya says that she's going to send us unsolicited D-pics later.
Not me. You don't have permission from me.
God's Auditor asked what other dead children has she spoken about. Not too long ago. I'd have to pull up the actual date.
Post.
There's an Instagram post, but she also did a video covering a dead child whose parents were not giving him a normal burial because of their religious beliefs.
Yes.
Which is fine to cover the story, and it's fine to question their religious beliefs, but it was the timing as well as how insensitive she was about the topic that people were not so cool on. And also in my first interview, Lauren, which isn't her real name, there was talking about how she has spoken in groups and in private groups about children in that way. So she's done it in the past also. Oh yeah, no, we're just giving our takes on it.
Yeah, we just wanted more context about what were you asking. So.
Yeah, this person agrees with you, Manya.
Who doesn't agree with Manya?
Idiots.
Idiots.
I mean, look at that thing behind her. What is that? Is that a degree?
Ding dong.
So,
yeah.
I think the last thing we should talk about is how do we protect each other? How do we help each other in these kinds of situations? Because as you know, they're all talking about us behind our backs, or they're all coming to one of us saying this person's saying this, or we're the different one is saying that. Oh, like they're trying to turn us against each other in ways like that, not tagging us. Like they brought up when they were talking to Manya, they brought me up.
Yeah.
Right. So is there anything that we kind of do amongst ourselves that kind of like help support and like some kind of support network? Like what do we tend to do?
Well, we communicate. Right. I mean, we know we're on the same page. We know what's going on, which is great. We know that if people say something horrible, not to believe it right away. We look into it. We look for evidence. We talk to each other again. And, we don't even have to most of the time. I find that most of these things that come up, we know it's ridiculous. We know where it's coming from. You could ask them for evidence and to back things up, and they never do. So that's enough to, I'd say 98% of what I see and deal with, I don't even bother mentioning because it's so frivolous and it's silly on its face. And a lot of times I just don't care. Like, if you want to believe this or say that, that's fine. Unless they're bringing in somebody that has nothing to do with anything for my life, I tend to not really care. And even then, as long as I know that other person is fine with it and they're not stressing out about it, then I let it go. But I want to make sure that, everybody understands what's going on, because sometimes you don't know what little bit of information is going to go too far, and then somebody's going to believe it. If my boss sees this, are they going to get upset? If my father sees this, is he going to get upset? And some of these people actively have gone to look for people in their lives and give them this information. That's wrong information. So we do stay close together. And I think because of that, everyone around us too, we wind up being a bigger, stronger force that way. So it really doesn't work, but it is a headache. But I mean, that's my perspective anyways.
Bam, on the money.
We tag each other too sometimes.
We tend to sometimes if we think we're just gonna have a little bit of fun.
We're for fun. We're not like, hey bitch, look what this person said about you. Can you
come on,
we'll
defend yourself.
I'm pretty sure I've done that to Sweet a couple of times. They're like, oh, like she was uncomfortable and has already broken up with Steve, and I was just like at Sweet, hey, does this person know more about your relationship than you do?
Oh, hey,
it's like the feminist conch shell.
It's ridiculous.
Oh
a
my
lot of the
gosh.
time when you
It's
tag
so
somebody
bad.
else in something that they're saying about them too, they'll get really butthurt about it and be like, "Are you gonna go call your friends?" No, I'm calling the person you're talking about, idiot.
Yeah. It's
Also, yes.
so many people want to
same.
tell us how we feel. Like, Sweet's gonna
Yeah.
be mad
Or they
about
wanna
this.
tell
Wait till
each
Sweet
other
sees
how-
it.
Yeah, or like they're gonna tell Manya how I feel, or they're gonna tell Nikki about how Sweet feels, or they can tell me how Nikki feels. It's
You're
just
gonna be
like
in
there's
so
no
much
winning.
trouble.
Oh no!
There's really only one answer for how I feel at all times, and I think
Horny.
everybody knows.
Yeah.
There's a reason my name is what it is on Twitter.
Yeah, I generally what I do is that's a point that Sweets raised was ask them to back their F up, like
Yes.
back their shit up, like, and then you will see how fast they disappear.
Yep.
And
Or they
so-
get angry. They get hostile.
and if you want to have fun, just tag the person being mentioned and then just roll with it and then when you're done with it, just say bye bye.
They want to. Kawasa wanted to add that it's not weak or being a snowflake to seek professional help. If you do become distressed, sometimes the help of friends might not be enough. Correct. Never feel bad about asking for help if you feel like you need help. If
100%.
go reach out to a professional. In fact, sometimes it's better to reach out to a professional than anybody else because what are your friends going to be able to tell you? They can only do so much.
Yeah.
Jan, you're driving
Exactly.
people crazy with this peanut butter.
Yeah.
Take a
Where's the
spoonful
jelly? Where's the jelly?
Like
I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't even opened it yet, and somebody discovered it. Like, okay, here we go.
You had it on display, of course.
Oh.
Manya.
Manya. That's not how a
Manya.
virgin acts, Manya.
We're all sexually harassing Manya now.
Oh yeah.
Or is she sexually harassing us? I'm not
That's the
sure.
funny thing too.
I think
that
it's her. I think she's the perpetrator this time.
I don't think that anyone that we were around has been more like sexually offensive than we have been
Peanut
to each
butter
other.
jelly, peanut butter
I
jelly.
feel like I
jelly.
need
Sorry.
to know that I win in this whole situation because I feel like I'm even more,
Oh, you definitely win the sexual harasser of the year award.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kitty.
Oh.
Oh
Let me
my
take
god.
Like a puss in here, didn't we?
They're
Oh my
hungry.
god.
Dinner.
It's one handsome kitty. My goodness.
He's a good boy. This is YOLO.
Holy shit, that's a
Ow.
big cat.
Yes.
Hey!
This boy is thick.
Oh,
I wish I could do that with
beautiful.
Puck. It wouldn't happen.
He's huge. He's like a big bear.
He's a
He
bear.
doesn't fit inside any of the photos.
Oh, there's
is
another
Maxie.
one. Oh.
This one's smaller. This
More
is Cookie.
cats. There's
Oh,
cats
wow.
everywhere. My sister's cat's not here, so I can't bring it.
Hashtag save sweet cat.
He's got like brown mustache, like the brown thing.
She
like,
has a chocolate milk mustache, we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw. All right, I think that's a pretty much a good place to call it. Any last words from anyone? Do we want to let Sweet go first this time, and then we'll go?
Now that I showed everyone my pussy, yeah,
Yeah,
we can end on that.
yeah.
So many hairy pussies in the stream. Ooh.
None of I guess now we know that Sweet and Once Repressed, neither of which are shaved.
Hey, I'm not shaved. I'm clipped. Okay.
It's all about.
I'm trying
It's
to
all
get no
about
ingrown
Christine
hairs.
landscaping. Yeah.
I
Mine's
already
off
have
white.
enough.
All right, so last words from everyone.
Clipped.
What do you got for us?
Sweet.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. We said so much, and I think it was really great to have this conversation. It's up to you, ladies, but I'd love to do this again sometime in the future. I'm sure we have a lot more we could talk about, and I'm sure we will have more to talk about in the future. And anyone else that has stories or thoughts on anything, I hope hear from you in the comments. I'm really curious what people are saying. I haven't been looking at the chat, but I'll go back and read it later. And thanks again for having me here and all you guys. And I love you all. So the end.
Unicorn?
So yeah, just stop misrepresenting us. We are adults. I'm a 31-year-old, woman. So don't speak for me. Don't misrepresent me. Don't talk behind my back using me as a weapon to attack someone else, right? Because you have got another thing coming. And to all the ladies here, like you guys have been such a big support system for me. And I'm so glad that you're here and I can talk to you anytime I want. And yeah, we stick together and we fight these trolls off. And we definitely would love to do this again. This is fun. This is so much fun. Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah.
Once?
This was really fun. I kind of ruined the stream from the get-go, so thank you for bearing with me for that.
That was really funny. That was a good way to start.
I was like, ah! And then I panicked and threw my phone across the room. It was great. It was a great time. But for real, like every time I talk to these ladies, it's just absolutely fabulous. It's such a fun time. And then that's it. That's all I got.
All right, so I think we'll wrap it up there. I just want to clarify, there's a difference between speaking for somebody and saying that somebody said this. So if somebody says, oh, Chesh said this thing, say, okay, well, where did they say that? But if somebody says, oh, well, Chesh is clearly uncomfortable, but no, you're talking for me. Please stop treating, Manya is correct. Please stop treating us like children. Please stop treating it like, if you actually did care, actually act like you care. Stop using us to try to attack other people. Stop using our experiences or pushing what you think you're comfortable with onto other people. Whatever you're okay with is fine. You're okay to be bothered by something, but don't push that onto us. That's not our responsibility. It's not up to us to act the way you think that you would act in that situation, or the way you think it should be in that situation. Friendship isn't a professional thing. Interactions are different between every other person. All of these things are not up to you, and for the most part, aren't any of your goddamn business. So stop. Leave us the fuck alone. And stop trying to use us to attack other people. It's bullshit. We know you don't care about us. We know that you're just trying. And now all the audience and anybody who ever watches this video, hey, if anybody sees people talking about this kind of shit and doing this kind of shit, send them here. Send them here so we can tell them ourselves on video. Go fuck yourselves. Come on, you do the thing.
Yeah, make memes, make GIFs, you know?
All right, everybody. You guys have a good night.
Good night, guys. Love ya.